The World Series of Poker, where legends are made and tens of millions of dollars are up for grabs every summer, is less than 30 days away. The WSOP's officially released their schedule, and scrolling through it, there are some insane events. There's actually 130 different entries on their schedule, with 100 bracelets up for grabs this summer. But that's not all. If you know anything about the World Series of Poker, it's not just the World Series of Poker that's running. It's every card room from Venetian to the Wynn, Orleans, Golden Nugget, Aria. If you can name a casino with a poker room, they have a fat series this summer. All of this goes down in Las Vegas, which, by the way, is where I live. I know, I still can't believe it myself. You see, I'm in this thing called the Air Force. And when they were picking where I'm gonna be stationed, of all the places in the world, they said, let's send them to Vegas, which is literally insane. Most days I still can't believe it. When I drive down to the Strip, it still feels like a movie that I live here. With all these events coming this summer, so much things to play, I want to play them all. I'm trying to grind as many tournaments as I can this summer. The only problem is that I've allocated $10,000 for tournament buy-ins this summer. That's barely enough to get me into the main event. Yet somehow I'm gonna grind an entire schedule this summer with that. However, we still have 30 days into the series, meaning that over the next 30 days, I'm putting together a little bankroll challenge. I have 30 days to make an additional 5K in tournament buy-ins, 15K total. Whatever we make throughout the entire series, we're gonna be risking it at the World Series of Poker and tournaments. Now I have two main ways of doing this. The first one is obviously, if you've ever seen my vlog, playing some PLO cash down on the Strip. That's my bread and butter. I love to play PLO, love to play cash games. That's what we're gonna be focusing on. However, because I do work a full 40+ hour work week during the week and have a family, I need something else to supplement that time during the week, something easy and up for grabs. So, Coin Poker is currently running a promotion, not affiliated, with a 150% welcome bonus. And it's actually pretty good. You only have to generate $2 a rake to get $1 back. You're effectively getting 50% rake back up to $2,000. So over the next 30 days, if I can even break even and release the entire bonus, that's $2,000 extra dollars in the bankroll. So I have to grind this during the week. In this video, you're gonna see the first week of the challenge, and you're gonna see both options. Coin Poker Online and a little bit of live PLO cash. Can we make 5K before the series starts? Let's find out. Let's hop right into the video. All right, it's May 1st, which is the first day of the challenge. We officially have 22 days to make 5K. I just got home from work, and I wanna go down to the casino and grind, or I wanna get online and grind, but I'm not gonna do either tonight. If I plan on risking 10, potentially 15K in tournaments this summer, then I need to be experienced. Oh yeah, there's also a little thing I forgot to mention. I'm going on an Alaskan cruise May 22nd. So I actually don't have 30 days for this challenge. I have 22 days. The other caveat to that is that I've never actually studied Hold'em tournament poker. I have briefly studied and watched free content online, but I've never grinded it and tried to really broaden my horizon, one could say, like I have in cash games. That all changes right now. I came across this live coaching course called the Bracelet Hunter Bootcamp with some of the top players in the game. Maybe you know some of these people. We have Chance Kornuth, Alex Foxen, and Kristen Foxen. 3 of the most elite players in the game at the moment. They're doing live coaching, 9 hours of live coaching over the weekend, May 2nd to May 4th, and I'm in, so that I can effectively risk this bankroll this summer. Coaching session about 3.5 hours just ended. Phenomenal, actually amazing, so sick. But we have more update than just that. So probably pretty irresponsible of me, but I fired a $100 Coin Masters coin event, trying to get the coins, and ended up playing it the whole time I was in this coaching session. Thank God it's pre-recorded. I still took a ton of notes, and we just happened to run super hot in this tournament, and we are 10 people left, and we're 3rd in chips. And look at this spot right here. I think we're gonna be calling it off. The ace-9, queen-jack, hold baby. Let's go! Let's go! We are officially the final table of 9 with 4K up top. I think I'm going through a range of emotions right now. Literally as soon as the coaching session ended, my computer, the power in the house goes out. I'm in the middle of this tournament, the coaching session just ended, I'm like, what is happening? I quickly get on my laptop, load it up. The power's back on the main computer now. Insane, insane. I'm gonna keep you updated on this. I gotta focus now. I gotta stop talking to this camera. I gotta stop trying to learn coaching while I'm playing this thing. Let me lock in. Dude, we're immediately in a spot in the final table. Open on their gun with 7s. 14 big blind shove. If we call and lose, he's queen. Hold. Hold. Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go. That's huge! Dude, we're in a spot. 6 big blind shove, big blind or chip lead calls. We have jacks. I mean, this just feels like such a trap. We have jacks. Flipping with ace king. I think we just go with it. Good luck us. Good luck us. Calls. Oh no, just a trap. Not like this. Not like this. Just do it too. I just never get away on the flop either. Oh, so frustrating. Even if we just flat, we just never go away on the flop. All we have to do is beat the other player to get the pay jump too. It's just always a trap, man. We just hope. I don't know what we're hoping for. It's like 10s. Not like, I don't even know. But at the same time, like we can't, I don't think we can ever fold jacks there. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe he does flat some things that aren't aces and kings. That helps the bankroll challenge. All right, I just put the baby to sleep. It's still the same day. My brain's just been super taxed today because of all the training and then running deep in the tournament, stress and everything along with that. So definitely need to put in a little gym sesh, clear the mind before I go and play tonight. Definitely want to play tonight. Anyway, so I just got in the gym, clear the mind a little bit, hit a little workout. Fun fact, during the last couple weeks where I didn't post, one of the reasons I didn't post was because I had a pretty serious injury and broke my ankle. They got me in a boot. But I've been taking it off to come to the gym. Don't tell my doctor. But all I do is hit the rower in the sauna, just trying to stay sharp until my ankle heals. Defog, hit a Zen, hit some caffeine, and then go play some poker. All right, so I just finished up at the gym. I am heading to the win right now. Yo, I just pulled up the list. There's 2 tables with 23 people on the list going right now. So kind of excited about that. By now, you've probably realized that this is not anything like my previous vlogs. I don't think there's anything wrong with just posting hand histories and the cards I play. I'm sure most of you are here just to see that, and I respect that. I watch a lot of vlogs like that for that reason too, but with the content I create, I wanted to have more depth. I think that's the right word for it. I wanted it to have a story. I wanted you to be able to see what is really going on behind the scenes. And I don't think there's anything wrong with insert big poker vlogger. My only gripe about these channels is that they're very hard for me to relate to because I have a family, I have a career, I have a job. You know, I work like 50 hours a week for the military. I don't play nosebleeds. So like, it's very hard for me to relate. And I'm sure that most people would agree with that, right? But yeah, when I set out on this journey of creating content, I wanted it to be, number one, relatable, personable, and authentic. I wanted to show the wins and the losses. I wanted to show what I'm really trying to do here, which is bring more people to the game of poker. Showcase like a healthy relationship with gambling is kind of what I'm like aiming to do on this channel. Mostly just be very authentic though. And you know, I'm not gonna lie that my dream one day is to create content for poker full time, educate, be an ambassador, be a sponsored pro, travel, have the freedoms like that. That is undoubtedly my goal. And maybe one day my content won't be as relatable. Nonetheless, when I started this journey, that is my goal. The reason the vlog style has switched is because I wanted to start showcasing more of like what my day in, day out looks like. How I wake up at 6 a.m. and get ready for work, come home, spend as much time with my wife and daughter as I possibly can. But the second they go to sleep, I'm on my computer, I'm editing, I'm studying, and obviously I'm playing. Like once they go to sleep, they're asleep right now. I just left them in the bed. Yeah, so I wanted to show more of like my day in, day out. Also show you the hands and the progression of this bankroll. You'll see every penny I win or lose with the ultimate goal of making $5,000 over the next 20 days to bolster my tournament buy-ins. And I'm studying tournaments very hard, and I'm allocating a large portion of my bankroll, $10,000, and then hopefully over the next month, $15,000 to some deep runs and some tournament success over the summer when the tournaments are going to be the best, the stakes are the highest. I'm also fortunate enough that I live here now, which I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, which is insane to me. Like every day I drive down to the strip, I'm just like, wow, I fucking live here. That's wild. But I wanted to kind of explain where the channel's going. If it gets less views, so be it. Or if you've liked, comment, watched, if you're watching this right now, I really do appreciate it, because it really is a passion project for me. But if this style of video gets less views, I'm just gonna accept it, because I want to portray and tell a story. I don't feel like we have enough stories in poker. I want to map my trajectory of becoming a full-time pro again, if that's where God and my life takes me. Maybe it doesn't, right? If you're watching this and you're listening to my rant and you're still fucking watching for some reason, then please drop a like, subscribe. We're gonna have 3 videos come out then, and then once the series hits, whatever the bankroll total is for tournaments, we're gonna be tracking that total over the whole series and see how we do. I'm really excited about the content I'm gonna put out. I edit it all myself, I film it all myself. I got nothing fancy for you. So now let's get into this win session and see how we do. We're already up about $700 on the bankroll challenge, and it's the second day. So let's see if we can improve that now. We pull up to the win, we hop on a PLO game, and we are thrown into the mix immediately. This game is crazy. One of the first hands I see off the deck is a 4-way all-in, where each player puts in about 1,000 pre-flop. It ends up being close to a $5,000 pot. I'm for sure that at least 2 players have aces, but I'm wrong. When the flop comes out ace high, and then I'm confused what in the hell these guys are potting and repotting with. I know I'm at a good game. Turns out the player that started the potting off and then ended up repotting, putting all the money in, did that with just naked kings, king, king, 5, 6, try 3 of the same suit. That is the sign of a great game. I can't be more excited to start this session. And then we proceed to play the most boring session of PLO I have ever played. I don't even have hands for you. I have 2 hands to go over. Both of them are extremely boring, and that kind of paints the picture for this session. Super card dead. After some big whales busted and left, the game kind of just was super slow. I didn't play very long, but yeah, here's the 2 hands I got for you. I won't even put graphics up on the screen, but the first hand, end up ISOing with aces. Ace, ace, 5 deuce with an ace high suit. A player that bought in short stack, he has about 300, 350 in his stack, ends up repotting it, and we get it all in. I flop him stone dead on ace, deuce, deuce. I just show my hand, and pretty sure he has no runner outs. So we win a small pot there, about $600 pot. The next hand is actually kind of interesting. So we have king, queen, 10, 5, double suited in a bomb pot on the button, which is nice. I typically always get pretty good looking hands in the bomb pots and never connect. However, this is not the case. And we end up turning the nuts on the top board with a heart draw, king high heart draw on the bottom board. Long story short, me and a player across the table end up getting it all in, where I have the nuts on the top, he has a 3 on the bottom for trips, and we, long story short, end up chopping it up, but not quite how you'd think we would chop it up. He actually hits a flush on the top board to beat my nut straight, and then I actually hit a flush on the bottom board to beat his trips. So all is fair in the end, I suppose, and we chopped this one up. And I'm not kidding, that's the 2 most interesting pots I played in this session. That's kind of the con of showing you every win and loss. They're not all gonna be super fancy and pretty and fun to watch. Nonetheless, that's where we're at. I don't remember what we were in for, but I counted my total money and we are up $350. Overall on the day, long day of poker, of training and playing tournaments and PLO. It's kind of a big day of poker, pretty widespread, but we win a little over 1,000. I gotta do some accounting. I'll probably pop it up on the screen right here. Yeah, but I'll see you in the morning for day 3 of the challenge. 200K, $100 on WSOP. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kings, 3 ways. Hold. Hold.